guys, and welcome to the Kilobits. What is this? It's Saturday, and there's a vlog. Well, we've mixed up the timetable a little bit, because what happened was last Monday, I recorded my vlog for Tuesday, and it was all about the whole kind of Steam modding scene, and how Bethesda and Valve were taking a cut, and modders were only get 25%. And then later that very same day, they canned the entire thing, the entire modding monetization thing, making the entire vlog moot. Like, it was just not then worth putting out. And so we're going to move the vlogs to Saturday, such that the weekly, whatever's happened in the week, I then have a easier time of talking about it without fear of it becoming redundant. So that's why this has moved. As such, Heroes of Storm has moved to Fridays. So no Heroes of Storm this week. Sorry about that. It will be back on Friday, so you get a Friday, Saturday Francesca fix on the Kilobits. Now, this week I want to talk to you guys about Yooka-Laylee, which is a Kickstarter project that came out yesterday. So it started its goals. It's got about 46 days in total. It aims to raise £175,000, and it is, as of right now, about to hit £1 million. Probably past £1 million by the time this video goes out. £1 million, not $1 million. This is one of the fastest funded video game products on Kickstarter. It reached its goal in 40 minutes, and within a day has almost hit £1 million. That's crazy. That is crazy amounts of money. So what is Yooka-Laylee, and what do we want to discuss about it? Well, I want to talk about Yooka-Laylee and fundraising goals. So this is not Yooka-Laylee like the musical instrument. It's like Yooka, Y-O-O-K-A, Laylee, L-A-Y-L-E. I mean, you can see it in the video title. That's how it's spelt. And this might give you a hint, because, you know, Yooka-Laylee, an musical instrument. What other video games have been named after musical instruments? Well, there was this dynamic duo, one of whom was called Banjo, and the other one was called Kazooie, kind of like a kazoo. So Yooka-Laylee is a 2-character 3D puzzle platformer made by a studio called Playtonic Games, which features talent from Rare. Rare, responsible for Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong Country, GoldenEye, and Conker's Bad Fur Day, among other Nintendo favorites. We also have Viva Pinata, for example, on Xbox, which was one of my freaking favorite games on the Xbox. It's super fun. And so a lot of their talent, people who've worked on, say, Banjo-Kazooie, for example, have moved across and are releasing this Banjo-Kazooie-esque game, which is how they're titling it. And the internet, unsurprisingly, has gone crazy, because this is kind of like a Banjo-Kazooie sequel. You know how, like, Mighty No. 9 is sort of like a Mega Man sequel, but not really? The same kind of thing. And this has been proved to be a tried and tested successful way of running a Kickstarter, as was the case with Mighty No. 9. Now, they got funded, like I said, in 40 minutes, but they also added a whole bunch of stretch goals going up to £1 million. And I'm always a little bit wary of Kickstarters that offer stretch goals, because I feel like if the developers, the people behind the Kickstarter, have to then provide all of this extra stuff that they promised, that it may end up detracting from the quality of the final game. For example, one of the things they're offering is like a 4-player party mode option, and I'm just like worried if they're trying to tack on a 4-player party mode, is the time being spent producing that party mode going to take away from the quality of this Yooka-Laylee game, this what was originally a single-player experience. The other thing they've added is, like, they'll tack on a buddy mode, for example. And I feel like the buddy mode is probably going to go the way of Super Mario Galaxy, where your second-player mode is, like, collecting star bits. You're not really playing the game, you're just kind of tacked on there as an accessory that isn't really actually a secondary player. So I'm a bit nervous about stretch goals, because I feel like if I was going to fund the game, I would pay to fund the game and have them make a really good game, not pay to meet these stretch goals and tack on extra features that aren't necessarily going to really add that much quality to the product. Stretch goals like, say, secondary language or console support on, say, Xbox and PlayStation, for example, yes, those are valid stretch goals, because it does kind of take time and effort and money to develop or transfer the game across from, say, a PC build to an Xbox or a PlayStation build, or to hire those extra voice actors to come in and those translators to provide multiple languages for your audience. And those kind of stretch goals, fair enough, but I am really wary, because if I was going to fund a project, I would want them to do a really good job on what it is they initially promised. And my fear is always that if you tack on these extra goals, that you're not going to get that. Also, when you look at the way things like the Ouya went, where there was a load of hype and then it kind of fell through, or with the whole Yogscast game, where that didn't even get produced, and all these other kickstarted games where they've cut their losses and just run. I am really wary about funding video games on Kickstarter, and it's not something that personally I do. However, what I do like to do is watch the projects that other people have funded. So for example, I'm going to keep a close eye to Yooka-Laylee and see how it kind of ends up when it's released. I think it's expected next year, 2016. Mighty Number 9 is another game. It's coming out this year. So this is one that's kind of raised a lot of money through Kickstarter, which Yooka-Laylee is kind of following in the footsteps of. And this is a game I want to watch and see kind of how it comes out on release and how the game is. And at that point, that is when I will purchase a game. I'm not going to purchase a game on the promise of something that could be amazing. Like, it's kind of like getting a mystery box and being told that it's going to contain, you know, cake and deliciousness, and then it turns out that the cake is like fairly stale and it has carrots in it. I'm sorry for everyone who likes carrot cake. But this is kind of my worry with Kickstarter, especially with stretch goals. Like, I feel like with the case of Yooka-Laylee, the product was strong enough that they could have raised a lot of money without tacking on these extras. And I mean, sure, that is something that they could choose to add after the Kickstarter is funded. So like if they wanted to add a buddy mode, but the fact that they've now promised it means that they have to do it. And the question is whether the team is going to do it well. I mean, the answer is probably, considering the people working on the game are from Rare. They have worked on Banjo-Kazooie and whatnot beforehand. But saying that, I'm not going to fund. I'm just going to keep an eye out, kind of watch this space and see what happens later on along down the line. But like, what do you guys think? Do you guys like to fund Kickstarters? Do you just kind of watch like I do? How do you feel? I mean, I think it's a very, very good way to build hype for a game and to kind of get it in the face of journalists, YouTubers like myself. I mean, I'm currently talking about it, so they're getting exposure that way. So it's a very good way to do that, provided, you know, you can get the money that you're asking for. But at the same time, I'm really worried about the kind of overhyping of the situation where people are more excited than they should be about a game. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and you can also mention how you feel about this new Saturday structure. So this is when we're going to be from now on. Beyond that, I've been Francesca, this has been The Kilobits. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/The Kilobits, and on Twitter at The Kilobits. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, guys. And always, as always, I'll see you next week, or the last time I said next week, and it's actually been a week and a bit. See you next week with another vlog. See you later, guys. Bye.